A top story, Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan is the self-proclaimed messiah of Muslims, especially if they are Kashmiris. But Imran has once again feigned ignorance of the persecution of Uyghur Muslims by Islamabad's all-weather friend, China. Now, in an interview to a foreign media, Khan said that he has not got a chance to discuss the Uyghur issue with Chinese President Xi Jinping. In fact, Khan went on to say, and I quote here, "We have been facing so many of our internal problems right now that I don't really know much about this problem. And since we have been in power for 1 year, domestically, apart from the economy, and now with Kashmir, we have been inundated with problems. But I will say one thing, for China, for us, China has been the best friend." Unquote. Now remember, Khan's statement comes amid global outcry over the mass detention of Uyghurs in China. What Khan had recently said during a rally in the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Khan had alleged that Muslims were being persecuted in India and had called on the world community for support. This even as Islamabad failed to garner any international support on the abrogation of Article 370 in Kashmir. In fact, this is not the first time that Khan claimed to have no knowledge of the persecution of Uyghurs. Listen into what he had to say in this interview earlier this year.
What's your stance on China's treatment of Uyghur Muslims?
Frankly, I don't know much about that.
Turkey has said it was a great shame on humanity, and you've also spoken up in defense of Muslims around the world.
It's true. I mean, Muslim world is probably going through its worst phase right now.
Speak out against what's happening in China?
If I had enough knowledge, I would speak about it. Actually, it is not so much in the papers.
But there's Pakistani men that have gone to protest about their wives being detained.
I haven't heard about that. Thank you.
Talk about double standards. Imran Khan leads the way. Sample this. Pakistan was amongst 37 countries which defended China's actions in Xinjiang province, the home of Uyghur Muslims. It may not be surprising. After all, Pakistan is under China's debt. This as Beijing is building the $60 billion Pakistan-China economic corridor. The infrastructure project, interestingly, begins in the Xinjiang province. Meanwhile, the Europe-India Business Chamber has demanded for Pakistan's GSP status to be revoked. Commissioner for Trade, the Europe-India Chamber of Commerce has demanded suspension of the generalized system of preference. Letter dated September 12th states that the GSP status to Pakistan must be withdrawn owing to the human rights violation and the persecution of Sikhs, Hindus and Christians. India has been aggressively putting across systemic persecution of Hindus and Sikhs in Pakistan from the last 6 years.